Most of my friends in gangs, my new nickname is Genghis Khan, but without the yay, but his last name's my side. I ride with that demeanors. I'm armed to the teeth. You're Venus and you've never been to the Venus.
Okay, so y'all see the title. I don't know if y'all watched Agent last Halloween video, but him, just like a lot of people, complaining about shooting. Okay, so it's shooting broken. You got to tackle it from 3 ways. First of all, like and subscribe. If you new here, just like and subscribe. Share the video. We do all 2K videos over here. So listen, 3 ways you can approach it. Okay, the first way is, do we want to go back to, what was it? Was it 2K20? Where even if you had a low jumper, you can steal green shots. All you had to do was kind of know your jumper. Do we want to go back to that? Do we want to go back to making 40, 50 contested greens? That's kind of where we're at right now. Even though I've yet to see somebody make a green like that. Maybe you've seen it. And if I have seen it, it has not been consistent as it was in 2K20. But what is consistent is that you can have somebody with a 75, 78, and they can green pretty consistent. They can do that. So, do we want to go back to that era? Second, the shots have to count. I mean, not the shots have to count. Shot quality has to count. How much do we want shot quality to count? Because if you leave me open in the corner for 3, shit, I feel like I should make it. If I release it moderately right, maybe I shouldn't make it every time. That's what greens are for. Greens are for guaranteed. But if you leave me open in the corner for 3, hell yeah, I feel like I should make it. I definitely feel like I should make it. Shot, if it's going to be Sim, shot quality has to matter. You cannot leave people open multiple times in the corner and then say, oh, they making whites. You got to play defense. Quality of shot matters, because if you tone down quality of shot and it's just about the release, then you're going to be like, oh, I contested. How did he make that? I'd rather have somebody make a white wide open in the corner than them make a 35% contest. Wouldn't you? What would make you more mad? Somebody making a white in the corner, wide open, no contest, or somebody making a 35% contested? Because if they tone down quality of shot, that's where it's going to go to. And I know we don't want it to go there. We do not want it to get to that spot. So we got to decide, okay, what do we want? How do we want to go about it? Do we want to go back to 2K, what was it, 20? Where you could be a center with a 70-something 3, and you got some Hall of Fame shooting badges, and you got some dang on a corner shot badge. Like, you could just make it. You can't even leave paint beasts open in a corner. You can't even leave rebound and lockdowns open in a corner. I don't think we want to go back to that. But if you tone down shot quality, if you tone down to, and it becomes all about the release, that's what it's going to get to. That's what it's going to get to. So we got to figure out, okay, is that what we want? That's what we got to figure out. Third thing, we got to make sure that we're being absolutely unbiased. Because while he is my second favorite YouTuber behind Flight, and even though he wasn't doing this, you can't complain about hitting whites and then somebody on your team is left righting. Even he said a little joke about it. But keep in mind, but let's be real, he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind doing that. We got to realize what we going to speak against. We can't just speak against it if it's hurting us and then turn around and do some cheesy BS on the other end. And I'm not talking about age, I'm talking about his teammate. So we got to figure out what we want. Me, I don't mind this way. I don't mind this way. The only thing I ever care about is if I have a low 3, come on now. My green window or my make window should be very small. But if I have a 70-something 3 or a 74 3 and I leave somebody open in the corner, I don't mind them making it. I don't mind them making a white. You're not supposed to leave people open in the corner. See, look at this. Even if he wanted to shoot this, he missed that. But if he made that and it was a white, can I get that mad? Can I get that mad? I don't know what his 3 is, but I'm saying, can I get that mad? Look at this. Now, he greened that. But if he had made it and it was a white and his 3 only is 75, can you get mad, really? We got to understand it's going to be one or the other. You can't just say what you don't want. You have to say what you do want, how you do want it to be. And you can't just say, I want it to be simulation, because simulation is shot quality matters pretty much more than anything. Release does matter, but shot quality matters. Sim means you can't leave people open, wide open with no contest. And as long as they don't release it absolutely perfectly, they miss it. That's not sim. And also, a skill gap doesn't just come from how long can you hold a button and release it at the right time. That's not skill gap. Not in a sports game. The skill gap comes from the IQ. That's where your skill gap comes from. Stuff like this. How to get an open shot. How to move around the floor. How to get open, knowing how to defend, knowing when to steal, knowing when to take. That's where the skill gap comes from. I could teach anybody how to release a jumper, and if they work on it long enough, they're going to get it down perfectly. They're going to get it down perfectly. Do that mean they better? No. The majority of the skill gap has to come from IQ. I see too many people, whether it's randoms, whether it's teams, that think they're going to win from all offense. Leave people open every single play. You can't do that. You cannot do that this year. And I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I hate that. Now, if you want to argue when should you be able to hit, to me, 70 and above should, not 70 and above. At the most 70, at the lowest 70, that should be it. 60s and 50s, I mean, your window needs to be super duper small, like almost impossible to hit every time, if not impossible. That's what needs to happen. So, I mean, I guess y'all could let me know what y'all think. I know a lot of people are saying that. Me personally, I don't think it is. I don't see a lot of, if anything is broken, you know what, the skill gap is not gone because of a damn jump shot wide open. The skill gap is gone because you can do left right. Speed booster takes the skill gap out the game. Without speed booster, you would actually have to focus on dribble moves. You would actually have to focus on getting open. You would actually have to use a screen properly. That's what takes the skill gap out the game. Speed boosting. Left, right. What skill does that take? But on defense, you can't even stop that. It takes 2-3 people to stop somebody who knows, who went into the practice facility and learned how to speed boost left and right. That's where the skill comes from. That involves nothing. 14-17. You don't have to be good to do that. You do not have to be good to do that. So getting a good shot and making a good shot, that's the tip of the iceberg. How about rebounds? If I have a higher rebound, the rebound morphs into my hand over a smaller player or over a player of the same height, even though he has position. We can talk about skill gap in a lot of ways. The people that call plays versus the people that just want to wing it. 17-14. That's where it comes from. 19-14. Yo, what's the score? It don't come from just, oh man, I'm better than you because I went into the jump shot and I picked the perfect jump shot. Now I can run around the court and the people I play against are so stupid that they leave me open. And if they don't leave me open, I can do a cheesy left-right speed boost. That has nothing to, come on, man. I don't want to hear about skill gap unless you're talking taking speed boost out the game. Because that literally takes away a lot of skill. And I refuse to do that. I will run around the court a million times. I show games and I run around the court a million times. And sometimes I don't get up. Sometimes I do and don't get the ball. But I refuse to left-right. I refuse to do that. I refuse to just do super duper fast crossovers. I refuse to curry slide over and over again. I'm not doing that shit, man. So let me know how y'all think. How do y'all feel about shooting? What do you want shooting to be? Remember, it's going to be pros and cons to all of it. And I'll holler at y'all later.